Think I see better when I got my Glock beside me. I'm rolling up some pressure just to hide the pain inside me. I'm sliding in the SRT, but it feel like a Rari. And she calling my phone, I'm blowing up, she say I'm sorry. I think I see better when I got my Glock beside me. I'm rolling up some pressure just to hide the pain inside me. I'm sliding in that.
Alright, so today we got a 2019 Denali, and we got a 8-inch Superlift in here, so gonna be knocking that out. You know, I have fun with all these Superlifts because most of the time they be having a lot of extra steps and shit like that, or you know, they have a lot of, you know, just unnecessary shit sometimes. But the only thing that I can kind of see right now that is different from the other Superlifts that I've done is the actual shock clamshells, I guess that's what they fucking call them. It basically extends the shock instead of you having to take the coil spring off and use a new shock, which I prefer. But you also got these preload spacers, the billet preload spacers that you're gonna have to put on, so you still have to take the strut off and then take the coil spring out. So yeah, but basically doing a forward lift kit whenever you're dealing with these. The last two that I've done, they've been rough countries, little 7 inches, so this one will be 1 inch taller, and then I will be stacking a leveling kit on it if it is gonna be able to work, because like I said, whenever you got the 4-wheel drive shit, man, it's up in the air. So we'll try to see what we can do, see if this kit will allow a 2.5 inch level without fucking up the axles or any of the angles of anything, because it does come with upper control arms and everything else that you're gonna need for the support mods. Now with this Magna Ride bullshit, I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna be maintaining this. We're gonna probably have to take the Magna Ride off, and it's just gonna have to be disabled. A lot of the Denalis that get lift kits put on, they just take it off, and then it's just not able to be used whenever you lift them, unless you get a lift kit that is compatible with the Magna Ride, which this lift kit is not. So we'll try to see what we can do to try to maintain it, but if not, at the end of the day, we'll just let it hang, and then I'll just make sure that it's put up in a decent spot where it doesn't get fucked up. What you want, man? Little dickhead. We're gonna get these taken off, get the billet preload spacer put in them, so that way I don't have to miss a beat whenever I'm getting this shit done. So right now it's Tuesday. I'm gonna try to go ahead and get this shit done by Thursday, get it aligned, and then we'll be good to go. But he's got some 26x14s and 37s. These are one of the new hardcore setups. I believe they are directional, but yeah, I'm gonna be throwing those on, and I may have to trim, so hopefully I don't have to trim too much, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to trim at least the valence, so we're gonna see what we can do with that. But like I said, man, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We on a time crunch trying to get this shit done, and yeah, I guess we'll pick up the camera as soon as we get everything disassembled and get to dropping the diff. So let's get it. All right, so got the whole front end pretty much torn apart. Just got to drop the diff, take that little cross member out that's underneath the diff, and yeah, man, just been getting it done. It's a lot of mud and shit. I think he was hunting with this truck, but nevertheless, it ain't nothing breaking or nothing like that. It's a good thing working on these new bodies, because all the bolts usually come out on the first turn. It ain't nothing too crazy. So haven't had to use any PB blaster or nothing like that, so everything's moving well. So got these struts out and lowers out, everything is just out of the way. So this is pretty much what I'm left with. You got all these wires for the Magna Ride and all the other shit, but like I said, we'll figure all that other shit out later. Right now we just wanted to go ahead and get everything disassembled, so that way I can go ahead and start getting this diff dropped and disconnect all the harnesses and all that shit, and get to cutting. I think I'm gonna have to cut the cross member down here, the actual lower control arm mount, cut the side of it off just like the other body styles, but other than that, isn't gonna be too much cutting as far as these kits go. I'm going to get these struts prepared. I'm about to go take me a little lunch break real quick, and then I'll get back, get these struts knocked out, and then I'll come back, and the goal is to try to get most of this front end put together tonight. This is the first time really fucking with these clamshells and shit like that, so it's gonna be a couple hours probably tied up and just getting everything right and situated. But like I said, at the end of the day, it should be good to go. And I'm really trying to get this shit done, at least the front, by the end of the night. And I plan on staying in here for a little while, probably till way past midnight. So it's the grind, man. But hopefully if I can go ahead and get this front done tonight, I can probably start on the rear tomorrow morning or something like that. And then if I have enough time after everything is settled, I can take it to blading before they close, get a quick little alignment, and then have it ready for them Thursday. But worst case scenario, if I don't get everything done before blading closes tomorrow, then I will be taking it Thursday morning to get the alignment. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the wheels on, get some trimming done. I might have to take these little splash guards off and shit like that, and just see how much clearance I'm gonna have. But I'm really hoping that this leveling kit will work. He's got the 2.5 inch MotoFab leveling kit. I'm not sure if these are the same as the older generations, because I do have a 2-inch leveling kit just in case that 1/2 inch might be a little bit too much. But we'll see what we can do. Hopefully I can put that 2.5 on there though, and give him some more height in the front. I know for a fact that this kit was not for this truck, because when I started looking stuff up online, they didn't make a Superlift 8-inch for a Denali. Denali lift kits are very specific because they come with a whole lot of shit that doesn't come on the regular 4-wheel drives, like this Magnerized system. I don't know if they call it that shit anymore, but that's what I remember it being called. But yeah, they usually have the air shocks and shit like that. All right, back with another update. So yeah, these are not gonna fucking work. So the stock struts for this truck are not gonna work at all, because the diameter is bigger than stock struts as far as just a regular 4-wheel drive model. The Denalis are a little bit more beefed up because they have that little module on the back. So there's no way that I'm gonna be able to modify that clamshell to go around that at all, because it's just not gonna fit around it. Now that one is a 14 to 18 strut. It fits in there perfectly, and that's pretty much the strut that you will be needing to use if you were to do this to a Denali. So I can't use those because they don't have the spring perch, and then I can't use these because they are fucking welded on here, so there's no popping these off and just throwing them on there. So yeah, we're kind of in a shitty situation at this point. So realistically, he's gonna have to find me some fucking 7-9 struts from a McGoy's or some shit like that, or he's gonna have to find me some stock struts like that, to where I can put the preload spacer on and do everything over again and get it all situated. So yeah, this turned into a fucking nightmare with this Denali shit, man. But like I said, man, if you have a Denali, make sure your kit is for a Denali, or you will be running into this issue unless you have regular shocks sitting around your shop anywhere that are not being used. So he's gonna be losing all of his Magneride capabilities. All that shit's gonna be out the window. So there's not even gonna be a reason for me to keep that clip in there. I'm gonna just have to zip tie it up somewhere and just put it up, because that will not be used if I end up having to put all of this on. But I am gonna take me a break, do some research, see what I can find locally, so that way I can try to at least help him out a little bit and figure out a solution. If I can find some 7-9 lift struts, I'll go pick those up if they're local, and if I can find some regular ass 14 to 18 struts, I'll go pick those up. It's just, at this point, we're kind of at a stopping point, because you know, we can't do anything with that. But I think what I'm gonna end up doing is go ahead and dropping the differential, going ahead and basically taking the cross member and shit out, cutting everything, making space, get the diff dropped, put the lowers on, uppers on, and then at that point I'll have to stop, because I don't have the strut to complete everything else. I'm gonna have to wait and see if he can find a solution where he's at and bring them to me, or I'm gonna have to find some shit here locally, which my experience is hard finding shit around here, because a lot of people don't, you know, have just, you know, shit laying around for sale here. They always have them on their trucks or something like that. Nobody really parts out lift kits. So yeah, I'm gonna just have to look for some stock struts, man, for 14 to 18, or maybe 07 to 13. They may work as well. But yeah, this shit's gonna be fun, man. Real fucking fun. Everything is just mocked up and the bolts are in there. They're not hand tightened. They're not tight yet. So all I have to do now is put the cross members in, attach that rear diff bracket to the rear cross member, and then pretty much build my way back up. Diffs on these motherfuckers are a bitch and a half. If you've seen my last couple videos, there's a bolt that's up here and there's like a little piece that's in the fucking way, and the bolt's like 20 feet fucking long and you got to get it out. So yeah, man, it's just a fun time getting these diffs out and actually putting the brackets and stuff on. And then there was a little washer I had to like wedge in there for some fucking reason. Don't ask me, ask Superlift, not my problem. But I'm pretty sure if you ask a lot of people that install these ready lifts or super lifts, they're a bitch whenever you gotta install them, because there's just a lot of extra steps and a lot of just unnecessary shit that comes with these kits that you know, sometimes you can skip some of this shit, but you know, I don't want to skip any steps because, like I said, I'm not the one who engineers this shit. All of this shit is supposed to be put in for a reason, so it all, you know, works for this kit. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna stop tonight, man. It's taking me probably about 4 hours just to get this damn shit cut, diff dropped, and then get it all put back up, because like I said, it's just me by myself. A lot of these installs that people do, they have help or some shit like that. Me, nah, I got 2 jacks and myself, nigga. So that's pretty much it. We'll be picking up the struts tomorrow. Hopefully the top hats are for the Denali that Reggie's sister had, or at least with the Escalade, because they have the flat top. The regular, like the domed top hats, it's not gonna work because in these new bodies, as you see, it's kind of blocked off. So you either have 2 options. You can whole saw that shit out, which I'm not doing. I'll just take that bitch back to my boy and just have him flip the top hats for me. I'll throw him a little cash, and then that'll solve all the problems. I can get the front of this shit done and it'll be finished. So I know there's another guy that hit me up before that has a new body like this, and he put an FTS on his, but I don't think he had the Denali. It was just a regular 4-wheel drive. With those kits, I know he had to cut the bottom of the struts or some shit like that, and he ended up using 14 to 18 7 to 9 struts, and they ended up working out for him. So I think his name's Chance York. He's got a new body Silverado and he's got the FTS on it. But yeah, that's just basically what I'm doing on this, because like I said, the clamshells didn't work for this shit, and yeah, it's whatever. Whenever you're ordering these kits, you got to read through the instructions. That way you know exactly what truck is for, because a lot of these kits, like I said, they'll have a disclaimer saying that it's for 4-wheel drive models only, and it'll tell you not for Denali models or AT4 models and shit like that, because they have different suspension systems, and that's where people get shit confused. Just because you have a all-wheel drive Denali and you have axles in the front don't mean it's a 4-wheel drive. So you just gotta keep that in mind, because some of those systems are different and the differentials are different in certain body styles. But I ain't gonna get into all that shit, man. But like I said, man, I'm just busting ass so that way I can kind of get this shit all finished up. Thank God I've been saved twice. My strut guy, he was out of town. The guy that my homeboy Bubba, he usually goes and knocks the struts out for me. He's out of town till Thursday because he has to go to school for his job. So my other homeboy, hit him up. He thankfully saved the day and got me in and out today, even though it was a big ass waste of time. But still appreciated him doing that shit for me and knocking it out in the crunch. And then of course Reggie coming in, saving the day and giving me them struts, man. It helps out because the struts will fit in here perfectly fine. I just got to rotate them and it'll be good to go. So he wanted to stack a 2.5-inch level on this shit, but I know those struts are set at 9 and this is an 8-inch kit, so that might be a stretch, especially with the axles in the front. Y'all know how that shit goes, but we'll see what we can do just to get him some more height. If not, he'll just have to be stuck at 9 and maybe run like a 1-inch spacer to kind of compensate for what he didn't get, because, you know, like I said, it didn't go as planned. So I'm gonna call it a night, clean up in here. You can see all the dirt and all the bullshit that I had to do, so I'm gonna just clean that up so I can have a fresh workstation in the morning. And then yeah, I guess we'll just get back to it. My plan is to get the whole front end done, and then you know, get on the rear end as fast as possible, so that way I can throw the wheels on it, get the alignment, and then get it delivered to them by the end of the week. So this shit, man, can't never have a good install, man, especially whenever you have shit that's, you know, there's not a lot of information out there on. You got to really know what you fucking doing, and you got to really know how these lift kits work, because, you know, anybody else, they would have made him go and get them fucking struts, or to get the right kit, they would have had to call Ready Lift and have them order the right shit, the right parts for this particular model. And that just sounds like a big ass time wait for me. And yeah, I know a lot of alternatives to this shit, so of course we can get it knocked out still in the same time frame, and you know, get it done. So yeah, but like I said, man, I'm about to call it a night. It's fucking late. I'm tired as fuck. I'm irritated as fuck, but like I said, man, we getting it done. So I can't wait to see this bitch in the air, because I done put some fucking work in this motherfucker. All right, so next day, still not a lot of progress, but we're getting it going. So went ahead and got the cross members put in. The diff is tight, everything is torqued. Got that rear mount on the diff put in as well. So all we're really waiting on in the front, honestly, is just the struts. Now I did go and get some 7 to 9 struts for 14 to 18, and the top hats are different, because on these Denalis they got the little flat top hats, and the ones on the older body styles, they have like a little cup in the middle. I got them in the back of the truck. I'll show you, but it's raining. But if you were to look at the differences, there's really no way that they're gonna go straight in. So I'm gonna have to take them tomorrow and get them swapped over. Once I get them swapped over, I should be able to throw everything else back together, throw the spindles on and all this shit, and then be good to go. So realistically, man, we just waiting on that. Ended up being a fiasco trying to get all this shit done, but we're getting it moving, and looking like I'm gonna have to push the day back a little bit, because like I said, man, it's having to figure out all this shit, having to go source out parts. It takes time, it takes fucking patience. You gotta know people, and you know, at the end of the day, shit still gotta get done. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much gonna be it for the day. I really just got in here this morning. I was kind of irritated with everything, and just wanted to go ahead and get all this shit kind of knocked out, so that way I didn't have to worry about it tomorrow whenever I throw it all back together. But like I said, man, we're gonna get it knocked out, we're gonna get it done, and get it situated. All right, so finally back and knocking out this lift. So got the knuckles in, got the uppers and everything all connected, and all I got left now is to put the brake calipers and shit on. Put the sway bar, and the links are connected. Just gotta tighten up the link at the bottom, but everything else is pretty much tight on the inside. Just tightened up the skid plate and everything. Didn't get to that last night, but everything is pretty clear. So now I just got to put the brake calipers on, like I said, get the alignment straight, and tighten up these axle bolts and the tie rods, and then we'll be good to go. So like I said, this is a Max Track 7 to 9 strut. I got this in a crunch because nobody had a fucking strut worth a damn around here. Like I said, man, it's hard finding some parts, especially when you're in the crunch. But got it done, and you know, that's what I do, man. That's other shops are gonna make your ass wait. They don't know that, you know, you can actually do this shit, because these struts usually, as long as you keep the stock spring and top hat, you'll be good to go. You just can't use the 14 to 18 springs and top hats, because I don't know, I think it'll be a little stiffer, not sure. So we'll see whenever we get it on the ground. But right now it's set at 9. So this is an 8-inch lift kit. I tried to put the 2.5-inch level on here. It wasn't fucking happening. It wouldn't even get down there to the bottom of the strut bolts. So and if I would have actually put that level in, it would have put a lot of tension on this strut pushing outwards. So it could have broke the strut bolts and shit like that, and I just don't want to take that risk. All right, so after countless hours of fucking trying to figure this shit out, we got it all knocked out. Got the alignment kind of straight. So now we're about to move to the rear, but this is how it's sitting. This is 26x14s and 37s, and as you can see, ain't a lot of space in there. So I'm gonna have to cut it, but Hopefully I don't have to cut too much, but from the looks of it, man, I'm gonna have to slice off a good bit, just go all the way down until it kind of clears 100%. I took these little rear pieces off because it ain't no damn way that that's gonna fit. I really don't want to cut into the body of this truck because you know, once you cut that part off, you can't replace it. You can replace the front bumper, but you can't replace this little fender piece unless of course you want to do it. I mean, it's up to you. But yeah, man, I'm probably gonna just try to see if I can cut like a little clip off of it that's not noticeable, so that way at least whenever I'm driving it tomorrow, it doesn't screw up and fuck the tires up. But yeah, like I said, everything looks good in here. With the fact that it's set at 9, I couldn't stack the 2.5-inch level, so that was out of the question. Like I said, the damn tension on the strut was just OD. I weren't going to fucking risk it breaking the bolts and, you know, fucking up anything. So just went ahead and took the safe route, went ahead and knocked it out, because on these body styles, I'm not too sure on how much you can stack, because they're new. The suspension is different. It's kind of like a Ford suspension, and like I said, I just didn't want to go OD with it for right now. I'd rather be safe, knocked out, and just cut whatever I can, make it look as clean as I can, so that way he can at least pick it up, get it rolling, and then be good to go. So like I said, man, I'm about to go ahead and move over to the rear lift, knock that out real quick, and then once I get this knocked out, I'm gonna get to the cutting. Then I should be 100% done. I'm gonna torque the wheels down to torque specs, and then we'll be rolling out of here, getting her done. So in the morning, I'll be taking it blading off road, so that way they can get a nice little alignment on it, and then by that time he'll be coming to pick it up and we will be completely finished. All right, so we all done. It is 5:19 in the morning. This shit's sour. This shit'll wake you up for sure. But yeah, 5 in the morning and we finally done, bro. I got the bumper cut a little bit, had to cut on the inside. Like I said, got the rear lift done. So she's looking good so far. She's still scrubbing, man. You can't really get away from this scrubbing when you got these 37s, bro. It's just what comes with it. So if you ain't got no damn 10+ inch lift, you just not gonna get away from it. So I cut off as much as I could, just to at least maintain a decent look, so that way, you know, it don't look like it's been cut too bad. Still clean at the end of the day. And then yeah, that's pretty much all I've been working on for the last couple hours, is just making sure I can fucking turn, because right now, I mean, I can turn. It's gonna scrub a little bit at full lock, but you know, it's manageable at this point. Threw the blocks in back here, about to torque the wheels down, and then I'll get up with y'all in the morning, bro, because, well, I'll get up with y'all in a couple hours any goddamn way, because I ain't getting no fucking sleep tonight. She's all done. Got her rolling out, got the alignment this morning. She's good to go. So didn't get my GoPro because I'm on some lazy shit, but she's good, man. So another one knocked out. Denali with the full kit.